the moment, so I'm gonna do the following. Abelard, do you think you can help me being the host of this session? Like,
Well,
just
I can try. I don't know what manage Zoom, but I can try. You can.
no problem, no problem. So I'm gonna do like this. You're going to be in the main room here, and yeah. So here's the thing. Camila, Christian, Milene, and Vinicius, you are going to another room. Okay, so you have the question. So you, Christian or Camila, I think you or even Vinicius is being here for a while now, so you already know how it works. But just choose one person to guide, to be the leader of the room. It's really important. So someone to be responsible for asking questions to each one. And Abelard, you're gonna be the leader of this room in the main room, live on YouTube. Okay. So just make everybody feel comfortable in answering questions. So you're gonna be the person to ask the questions and also give your opinion about that. Okay. By the end of the meeting, Abelard, you can just finish. You're going to need to I'm gonna show you live on YouTube. It's like how Faustão says, who knows, do it live, right? So there's a button here about breakout room. Once it's not created yet, but in this breakout room option, you're gonna see closed rooms. It's not going to show you, não vai mostrar agora, mas depois que eu criar vai aparecer e aí você vai ver. Mas faltando 10, 5 minutos, você fecha a sala, o pessoal vai voltar e aí vocês podem fazer o encerramento, como vocês já estão acostumados a fazer. E aí só fechar o Zoom, só dar um end session for everyone e aí já encerrou a sessão, ok?
Okay. And YouTube, it's automatic.
Yeah,
Or I have to do something.
it's already gone. It's already working.
Okay.
So everybody, so Camila, Christian, Milene, and Vinicius, you're going to another room. And yeah. And for Odimar, Humberto, Maria Eduarda, and Abelard, you're gonna be here. So now, Abelard, you can see, I'm gonna show you in here. So if you click on breakout room, you're gonna see the option, close rooms, close our rooms.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yes.
So like 10 minutes before you bring people back and just like, oh, what did you learn? How was the conversation? And then you just finish and that's it. Okay.
So when left 10 minutes, I click in close our rooms and automatically bring all the people there.
Yeah, it brings like in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
in 30 seconds, people come here. And yeah, that's a taste. If you want to become a host, as a student host pretty soon, you can just feel how is it, okay? Any questions? Alguém tem alguma pergunta, alguma dúvida?
Nope.
No? Maria Eduarda is connecting her. Maria Eduarda, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So everybody, feel free to share your opinion, be respectful. We are not here to tell if it's correct or not, if it's wrong or not. Just respect each other and present yourself first, and then let's have the conversation, okay? See ya. Enjoy, Odimar. Thank you for coming, Humberto, Maria Eduarda. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys. Ladies first. Introduce yourself, Maria.
Hi, guys. I'm Maria. I'm 27 years old. I have a degree in digital social media, and I work for data analysis and branding for Coca-Cola. I live in a small city in São Paulo state, but is closer to Paraná, is not close to São Paulo capital. And in my free time, I like to watch some series. Sometimes I cooking for me, for my family, and I have a little dog. is a dachshund, is like a hot dog, and it's called Barry. And you, Humberto?
Hi, my name is Humberto. I'm living in São Paulo city. Uh, I have 40 years old and I'm working as software engineer at OLX. I'm reinitialize my studies in English, but my focus in conversation. Uh, years ago, I started studying English, but my focus is in speaking. Okay, go ahead, Odimar.
Hello, my name is Odimar. I'm living in São Paulo. I'm married. I have two sons, but I live just with my wife. They live with their mother, that's my ex-wife. They are 27, 22. They are two boys. I'm work many years at Banco Itaú in a fraud prevention area, but in the IT side as well. And I'm hiring. I'm become hired by another company. I think next week I'll start with them. Okay.
Nice.
I'm just unemployed. Still unemployed, but it's over.
Nice. Congratulations and
Thank
success to you in
Thank you,
your
Abelard.
new journey. So I am Abelard, but you can call me Abe. I am 35 years old and I am from Belo Horizonte, but actually I'm in Maceió on vacation. And I'm here in TNT since February of 2024. And I am a tech guy too. I work as an evangelist, but actually I am unemployed. So I like to travel, explore new places. I have a French bulldog called Bononox, and what else? In addition, I like to drink a beer, to watching TV series, play video game, and listen to music. That's it. That's me. So, Maria, can you read and answer the question two for us, please?
Yes, can you send the questions again because my internet followed?
Of course, a moment, please. A moment. It's too long. Let me copy and paste in parts. A moment. As Philip said, living and learning. That's life. So the first five, and now the last five.
Okay, question number 2. Do you often make plans before you decide to do something? In your opinion, which planning items cannot be missing? I do. I make a lot of plans because I'm an organized person. So if I need to go to somewhere like in vacation or make buy a cloth or a skirt, a shoes, first I need to do a research because I need to know everything about that kind of thing. So before I do anything, I need to do a research because it's my way to make certain that I'm doing the right thing. And I think there's a different items cannot be missing. For example, when you are planning a vacation, you need to know exactly where you're going, what kind of things you want to do there, what amount of money you need to have, and if a safe place to go by yourself, if you want to go with a friend. And another things like I'm going to buy a car or a cloth, something material. I need to know the price, where is the best prices, if I'm buying the best one in that kind of item. So I think you need to know some pros and cons before you take some decision.
Nice, very good. And you, Humberto?
Maybe sometimes I have to make plans for some tasks, like work tasks or studies. But sometimes some tasks I started without plan because I have children, and sometimes something unexpected will happens. Then uh, just to do, don't time to have to start a plan. But sometimes I believe it to make a plan is important to organize and to do help to help execute a task to the end.
Oh, very nice. And me, I think I'm not too organized guy to relating to my personal life, but in the work, I need to plan everything. And I start to worry about more planning things when I studied many years ago. I think you know as PMI certification. You know that's it's a project management institute that you have a methodology to plan everything. So a lot of techniques to plan things and to have a risk plan, to have for example, a person map, stakeholder map regarding the persons that they're the stakeholders of the project. They have a chronogram. They have, but uh, at that time, I didn't worry. I wasn't not worried too much about planning things, but I I learned that it's very important sometimes because you for example if you're gonna build a house, if you don't plan well, you're gonna lose many money. So it's very important. But I would like in my personal life, I would like to be more planning more things than I usually do. Okay, that's it.
Nice, Osmar. I think I am similar to you. At work, I planning more some things uh, because how I how I say mesmo mesmo I being an agilist, I need to plan something, but in day to day, I work inspecting and adapting everything as the flow of the business uh, keep going. But in the personal life, I'm not a planned person like Maria because I just like to live. I just set some goals in my life, and annually I list some objectives of my year, and I try to do everything as possible to achieve that. And in day to day, I keep trying and inspecting and adapting to achieve this goal, but not suffering like following some big plan and something like that as in work, but that's it. I'm not a planned person in the personal life, but at work I need to plan something because, as you said, Odmar, when you not plan some things, you can lose a lot of money. And in the corporative world, money is time is money, money is everything. I don't know. So, Humberto, can you read the question 3 and answer to us? And next, and choose one next to answer.
Okay.
Please.
Question 3, yes. Okay. How do you react when your plans are disrupted by unpredictable events and adapt yourself to do it? In this situation, I'm frustrated and worried, but in situations I need to stop everything and evaluate what happened. Sometimes I need to deprioritize some tasks to absorb a new situation. For example, an emergent situation to do stop anything to prioritize this task because in this moment is the most important thing to do. But sometimes I feel so stressed, but what is happening? Acontece.
Can you choose someone to answer now?
Maria Eduarda, go ahead.
Thanks.
Firstly, I learned that I need to breathe deeply when something not is going like I imagine, because if I take some decisions before I breathe and thinking about that, sometimes I do not make a good decision. And even I am a very organized person, I am a very easygoing person, so I'm not stressful. I'm not lose my mind easily. So I think when something happening in the way that I'm not expected, first I need to think what I can do now with the things I have in that moment, and so I need to decide what can I do. I not think too much, overthinking about what's going wrong. I just think about what can I do now and makes to resolve the problem. And you, Admar?
Yeah, it's a difficult question to answer because I pretty much don't have for example, an expected situation plan. So when unexceptional situations, unpredictable events happens, I become really upset the first time because I need to stop everything and think about what I'm gonna do. Interest that it was a coincidence. Yesterday, I was reading an article from Harvard Business Review, the magazine, online magazine, and they have a very interesting article regarding regarding this kind of actions you have to plan in the risk plan and for unexpected situations in many scenarios. I put the link to the article to see, but I think it's a good thing to study to work. I think it's very good. It's something very good to apply at work regarding if you have some risk or uncertain or you work with uncertain. Okay, it's very nice. So I put the link on the chat to you to read after.
Nice, thanks for sharing. Well, as our friend Victoria Abrantes said in the earlier immersion, I just sit and cry in this case. But I'm kidding, guys. Well, as Maria said, I like to stop and doing breathe. How she said, deep breaths, but and as Humberto said, reconsider my options, maybe reprioritize some tasks and adapt my way to do the things. But when the things go out my my how I say my responsibly or my acts my do of my way of doing things, I just believe to be. I don't suffer about this thing and keep going. That's it. Maria, Humberto, can you read for us question 4? Odmar.
Who's gonna read? Can I
can
read?
read. No,
Okay,
let's go.
Sorry, guys, I muted here.
no problem. When faced with an unexpected challenge, what strategies do you use to adapt to sudden change in your schedule or plans? Could you share some experience that help you to keep calm and peaceful when you face some situation like this? Guys, I think unexpected situations, I think just I have just tragic examples like someone from my family that died suddenly, like my brother that he died 2 years ago. It was a very bad situation because he doesn't live near here. He was living in Teresina, Piauí. He was he was not working because he was, have a medical license. He was regarding your mental health. He was sick, mental healthily sick from the job because the job, and he suddenly died. So it was a very bad situation because you have to buy a passage, I have to find a flight to go there, and there is a velório, so you need to organize things, and in the very bad mood of the with family, everybody is crying. So I think it was the worst situation that I had. You have to deal with that was very hard. And you, Maria Eduarda, to have an example, don't be something like tragic like this. No problem.
I think about something tragic, but I will change my subject because we need to be more happier here.
Thank
So
you.
let me think. Last year, I did a volunteer in London. I spent 1 month in a hostel helping people do the breakfast. But I need to finish my volunteer there some like 5 or 6 days before the due date because I plan my travel and everything. But I don't know if you guys was abroad in another country, but especially in Europe, people look to Brazilian girls like you are very easy girls. And what I'm a young girl, so there's some guys like 50 years, 60 years in that place, which as always say something not good for me, like flirting with me. And I'm not like the situation. I told to the manager in the hostel that it was happening. And when was in a different country, I think it's not healthy for me stay here because I'm alone. I don't have my fathers or something that I know here to help me if something happened. So I need to talk to everybody in the manager hostel to change my schedule to me not meeting these guys anymore. But they don't approve my what I'm asking for because I'm a volunteer. I'm didn't have in this kind of can I say in English? Eu não tinha essa liberdade de pedir para mudar o meu job lá porque eu era voluntária. So I just need my baggage and I left without any excuses. I just say, okay, I'm not not staying here because I'm not feeling well with this situation. And I know in Brazil has a lot of assédios, but here I have the police. I'm a Brazilian. I trust in the police. And when I was in London and I'm Latina, I think they will not believe in me. against a British guy, so I just leave the place. It's not a good experience. I love England, I love London, but there is this thing what's happening, especially if Latina women, that people look at us like we are very easy and say things is not good. But in general, I love Europe and travel, but there is the situation is not good.
Oh,
Impressive.
thanks
Your
for sharing
example.
this. Thanks for sharing this
Yes,
because it's very hard situation.
yes, very
Yes,
hard.
I need to change all my plans because I will live in London some days before the due date of my volunteer. So I need to pay for hostel, another hostel. And I spend a lot of money because like 10 days in a hostel in London is very expensive. But I think it's better spend that money to wait for something bad happening. So I just change my plans.
Sure,
Nice.
sure.
Congrats for the moving, for the action you did. It's harassment that say what you to pass. Yes, assédio.
Yes.
Sad case. But keep going, né? Well,
Yeah.
and about you, Humberto, you have something to share with us?
In extreme situation like death, I don't think why this happened. If unfortunately some situations just occurs, nothing I to do to change this, like a death. Other situations is possible to manage. I try to reschedule my calendar, uh, drop some items of my plan, and adapt. It's part of life. Change, remove. I try to do this. And you, Belardo?
Well, I agree with you. As I said before, when something goes wrong, I try to do everything in my circle of acting. But when go out of the circle, I just let it be. But I have an example, not as so sad as Odmar, and not so sad too as Maria. But recently, I just bought bought a car. I buy a car, a new car, but I have some problems. I searched before, and I decided to close uh, the sale, which a salesperson that it was too good to me, the presentation, the attendance. So I decided to close to him, but I make a mistake. I didn't bring a mechanic to see the car, or I don't drive the car before. So when I left the agency with the car, I just see a huge problem in the car. The car was pushing to left, so I just turn around and go and and going back to the agency and talk with the salesperson about the problem. So that that moment from now, I just have numerous problems about that. So what I did, I just buy a car to drive at Uber, as I am unemployed. So how I am with this problem with the the new car that I bought. I don't know how I say in past.
Yes, it's
So
what.
bought. So I rent a car in Localiza, and I am driving, and it was a good experience driving at Uber. I don't know if you already have this experience. I am liking to drive at Uber.
But where is it you're driving?
Belo
What
Horizonte.
Ah, Belo Horizonte, okay. It's a bit city, but I think it's better than São Paulo.
I think it's similar because São Paulo has that I don't know how to say plates. How to say rodízio in
Okay,
English?
rodízio, yeah, it's a
In Belo Horizonte, don't have this, and I think that past the time to have this because it's a lot of cars and the streets continues the same. So it's a amount of traffic. It's similar to São Paulo.
but you give back the car that you bought?
I don't. I don't. I don't. How I say, the car it is in
Is with
the
you?
agency. No, it is in the agency
Okay, not
since
with you
I
anymore.
bought. Yeah, since I bought, but it's in the process of cancellation of repair. I don't know. I how I am in vacation. My mom is following this thing, and I just asked to her to not not share with me to not interrupt my vacation. So last week I will going back to my city and I will follow the situation of this problem. But it's a huge problem. Had me a huge headache.
I believe you. So
So
who's gonna read the next question?
I can read question 5. Yes. Have you ever had unexpected events turn out to be a positive experience in the long run? Well, I just shared about my experience at Uber. I rent a car and I am driving from everywhere and I'm liking. And about you, Odmar?
Uh, It turns out to be a positive in the long run. I think it was my last job because I was fired. In the first moment, it was very bad, but I received my I don't know the name in English, but rescisão, and I have to I'm able to get my FGTS as well, and the tax, the company tax about this. So I got the money enough to stay a months without working. That was good. But now I'm already hired. I'm hired by another company that was a company that I want to work. I want to work years ago. It's not the first time I want to be there. So for me, it was a good turning event. Because I'm fired, but I'm in a company that I want to work many years ago.
Nice. As they say, the God close a door, a window,
And
but opens a
a
door. I
door,
don't know
yes, a
how
door. Yes, close the door, but open another one. I think
Yes,
it's this.
good. So congrats,
Thank you. Thank you.
Maria, Odmar, Humberto.
I tried to remember. There's a situation when I was younger, like 10 or 11 years old, that I bought a leite condensado and it was empty. I opened the the condensed milk, it was empty. And I think, what can I do? In that time, I didn't have Instagram or this kind of things. So I take a picture and send a letter to the, I don't know, Nestle. And then they send me a lot of condensed milk, like 10, a box of condensed milk. But this experience during like 2 months is not fast because it was by letters. So it take time. But for me, I was a kid and I think I feel myself like, oh my god, I can do that. I'll have a lot of condensed milk now. It was a great experience.
Very nice. And you, Humberto, do you have this kind of
I remember when I stayed in high school, I wanted to buy a computer, but I don't have money. Then my friend advised me to instead buy a old computer. Instead is to buy a parts and build a computer. And in São Paulo, we have a neighborhood called Santa Ifigênia. Then every month I buy some type of part, motherboard, memory RAM, and I spend 1 year to build a whole computer. But I'm finishing this experience. I like to do this, and is influenced me to go ahead and course computer science and work with this today.
very nice, very nice.
Good start of life.
Because it become more interesting the subject when you start to buy the piece to each piece of the computer. But I think many people do that in here.
Nowadays, yes. Nowadays it's
By the-
more easy.
Yes, I prefer. I have my personal. I have the company computer, but I have my personal computer as well. I prefer mount the computer as Humberto. Not buy not buy one because the company have the company give me a notebook. I don't like notebook to stay at home. I prefer desktops.
Understood.
Yes.
I think patterns computers
They're more
was
powerful.
was built to companies to corporate for corporative world, because as we said, we as consumers, it's better to us to mount piece by piece at the specific configuration we need to, and sometimes maybe can be cheaper than a mounted computer, I think.
Sometimes it is depending on the configuration.
Yes,
You can have a
Yes.
better configuration to your needs than if you buy just one.
yes, I agree. So
It's something is something that is easier to upgrade it as well. When you buy and you mount when you mount a computer. When you assemble a computer for yourself, it's easier to upgrade.
Yes. Mhm.
Don't need to change everything. Just upgrade a motherboard and a memory, something like this.
good point of view. I agree with you.
Me too.
Well, can someone read the next question? Question 6, I think.
I can
Next,
read.
go ahead.
Oh,
Not
Humberto,
fight.
you didn't.
No problem. Go
No
ahead.
fight.
You didn't read or not?
I read on one question, but no
Sorry.
problem. Go ahead.
What impact can unforeseen events have on mental health and stress levels? I think there's a lot of impact because when something that we are not expecting happen, your mind is instantly is like, oh my god, is not something no that I know, and we feel stressful. It's like, I don't know the name, but there's a thing in your body that when happens something we don't know and we are not confortável com, a gente libera um hormônio, a gente fica em estado de endorfina. I don't know in English. So I think this
Cortisone. It's cortisone.
cortisone.
The cortisone is for the bad things. Cortisone.
There's good things, there are bad things, and for bad things the cortisone 11 or stress levels are high. So I think the impact is obviously not so good, but you need to train your mind to understand that this kind of things happen all the time and this is the life.
Yes. I agree.
Choose someone to answer that.
Oh, Odmar, you can answer now.
In my work, especially working with fraud prevention, I think I had to deal with uncertainty very much. So with the time, you become less stressed than in the beginning, because the beginning you want to you have a fire, you have to use the all the time, but it's with the time, with the experience, I think it's become better to deal with uncertainty, because uncertainty nowadays is something is it's very common for us. For example, we have we had the COVID, we have to adapt the COVID. After COVID, it starts a war in Europe, like Ukraine with Russia. After that, you have the conflict in the Middle East. So you have to deal with that, this kind of situation. I don't know if you invest money in something risk, things like cryptocurrencies. It's very uncertain as well. So you have to deal with that. Nowadays it's more common, deal with uncertainty. Don't be stressful. Don't be worried too much, because uncertainty is very present nowadays.
Agree. Well, I think if you don't be prepared for something, as you say, at the beginning of your journey, your work, you are more stressful because you want to solve the things in the most fast way. But with the time, you are, I don't know, making some, how I say, hard skin to some things, and you don't be
True,
stressed.
totally true. You got a hard skin
Yes,
for the situation.
yes.
Totally true.
So you don't be stressful so easy. So that prevents you to to be some mental problems. I don't know. It's related, the stress and the mental health. I think if you don't have preparation for some things, some situations, you can be so stressful. As Maria said, your cortisol is too high, and this can impact of in your mental health as well. What do you think, Humberto?
I agree. I agree. Uh, to handle unpredictable events, uh, to do spend energy to handle the new situation. It is impact mental health is a lot. I I don't like unpredictable situation, but unfortunately happens. But I believe it is in long term uh, to handle the situations cause how to say doenças.
Illness.
Yes, I believe this. I agree with you to do about.
Nice. Welcome back, people. How is it going? How is the conversation?
Very good.
Nice. Hello again, Miss Torres. How long not see you?
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the subject, Melanie?
I like to talk about plants because I am a plant person. So it's a good subject, and it was good. I had a good conversation with Camila and Vinicius and Christian too.
He had to leave it here, like, as he said. Yes, thanks. So, and about you, Camila? How was the conversation?
was really good. I am always thinking about plans and routine as the same thing because I like to have a routine. But unfortunately, I don't like to change my plans. So this is a tough thing for me because I need to understand and learn a little bit how to deal with this. But it was a good conversation.
Very good. I see here we have most of people planning people that like to plan. It's not my case, but that's it. And about you, Torres, how was the conversation for you?
Very good. And I like hear about other experiences and learn with that.
Good, good. Guys, so as you see, Felipe just put me as a host. I don't know how to do the things in the right way, but I want to thanks you all to share with us, to be here with me, and anyone can just leave the last words before we close the.
I like to ask if people, if the other people that was in the other room, that's seeing the chat, the link that I publicate to is a Harvard Business Review article regarding how to work in uncertain.
No,
No.
if you
Okay.
can put here again.
Okay, I posted my LinkedIn. It was posted my LinkedIn as well, but I put the link there. It's very good article. It was a coincidence. I was reading yesterday.
Nice.
Just
Thanks for
published
sharing again,
Okay.
Osmar.
Thank you.
That's
Very
it.
good.
So guys,
Thanks.
thanks again. See you in the next semester. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Abelar.
Thank
Ciao.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
See
Thank
you.
guys.